Welcome everyone to the Cryptom channel. It's the time with Cryptom. It's not Friday, it's Thursday, but I won't be able to record a video tomorrow, so I thought that I would take time today and record the video earlier. I hope we are not going to be too early towards the weekend. So yeah. As usual, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything what I say is purely for entertainment purposes and or for education purposes, okay? So as we usually do, start with the monthly. We had this support area that we bounced off of at the beginning of the year. We moved all the way up to our resistance area, which is a 9,240 level. We never actually made it there, not with this pump. So we turned around at 9,169.5. And since then we are trending down. So we still have 8 days of this month. And let's hope that we are going to be able to close at least above this support area and not below this support on the monthly. Okay, so let's hope that we are going to be able to close somewhere here. I kind of feel like that we are going to close somewhere in between. It's not going to be too terrible, but I would prefer the price or the candle to close somewhere around here in the 8,700, 8,800 area. Okay, so that's the monthly. Let's go down to the weekly. On the weekly, we've been looking at the I think I deleted the ones that I didn't want it to delete. Okay, that was too much. Sorry guys. TradingView is playing me. Okay, so let's get back to the weekly. That's our weekly level. Yep, that's the level that I was looking at. As discussed on Monday, you're expecting some downside, but before that we expected a little bit of up and then down. So on the daily, what we expected from the price to do was to spike up a little bit, at least to 9k, all the way up to 9.2k, and then head south. That's not what it did. And I actually stuck in a long, unfortunately, and my other part of the hedge didn't fill either, so I was wrong on this. I think our level worked just fine, the 8,700 level. This year, as you can see, the price actually was trending back into it on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we moved down. So what can we expect now to happen? As we talked about, I'm still waiting the price to come down to this area. I'm not sure whether it's going to come down in a straight line or we are going to bounce from here, get back up to around 88, 87 or even 9k and then come down. But certainly I'm going to wait for the price to reach this area here. So that's basically our weekly range that we are expecting the price to come back into. And we had our fake out on the top, and then we came back into this range, and now we are going to range a little bit, I believe. That doesn't mean that it has to be like that, but that's what I'm expecting from the price to do. This is last week's range. As discussed, we went up all the way to the 50% area, then bounced from there, reached the top, then we moved back down, and now in this week, as you can see, the 50% level worked just fine. And if we go even further down to the H4 area, as you can see, the price trended back into it and then moved away from it, and as you can see, the 50% moved just fine. Our resistance worked from the previous videos, and our 50% area worked just fine as a support area, then retested and moved away from it. So I took a long I took a long based on the 4 hourly, but we can either going down to the hourly as well. As you can see, the price came down, then trended back to support, resistance, came down, and again came down. And as you can see, it's for this 1, 2, 3 touches, never took out the other lows. Then when it came down, it took this low out. And then we had a nice run of the stops again and took this low out. My big mistake with this trade was, because I should have actually gotten out from it, was this SFP that actually worked out just fine. So the SFP here, I hope everyone knows what an SFP is. If not, that's a swing failure pattern. So that's where the acronym is coming from. So we had a swing high, then we came down, we took out the high, and then we moved away from it. So it failed because it couldn't close above it. So for the swing failure pattern, one of the requirements is to take out the previous recent high and close below it, but that doesn't make it a swing failure. The swing failure is when we actually come down, retest the support, which now turned resistance, and move away from it. So that's when we can talk about an SFP. And what I wanted to do was I went long somewhere here in this area on a 50% level, and I should have gotten out earlier than my stop in this area, but I didn't, because I was still expecting the price to come back up, not after we lost this area, but I don't know, it was more like a wishful thinking, because I wanted this area to be tested so I could put the rest of my position into a hedge as well. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Hence the big enthusiasm that you can hear right now. It's not aimed at you guys, it's just me. I don't like losing. I mean, yeah, you obviously have to embrace losing because you're a trader and eventually you're going to lose. And obviously, we are traders, not gamblers, so we apply proper risk management, but still, it's not a nice feeling. Anyway, moving on. As discussed, we're expecting the price to come down to this area. Whether it's going to come down in a straight line or bounce before and then came down, I don't know. But all the chart says to me is that the price wants to reach for this area. And yeah, see how we go from there. Okay, so that's all about it. Ether, same thing. Bitcoin moved down. Ether moves down as well. This is my marked level that I've been looking at. I don't want the price to move significantly away from it to the south, but I wouldn't be surprised if this actually get under that, retest this area here, the 153, 150, 153, or even down to 146, 147 area. I wouldn't be surprised. First time I would be a buyer here. I mean, I'm going to be a buyer here. Sorry, because it's not a financial advice, but I'm really going to be a buyer here if we get here for the first time, and would play it again back to resistance and even further up if we decided to move further up. But on the second touch, I wouldn't. That's just not what it just doesn't fit me into my trading plan. Okay, that's about it, guys. There is not much happening. I mean, we're still yet to see whether this was just a bearish retest of this trend line, whatever thing. You never see me drawing a trend line because I don't trust them. More trust horizontals. So, but still, it certainly has all the characteristics of a bearish retest. No, it doesn't. But you need to be careful about this. But it doesn't have it because we actually gradually came up. So we had this nice temporary bottom or bottom formed. We moved away from it, tested the bottom of the range that we were looking at. Then we came up to the high of the range, faked it out, moved back into it. So it's a nice move. It's not like these accelerated moves or even this impulsive move when we had these huge wicks and everything. The price was gradually coming up. So I don't know. I have more faith in this move. And that's why I want to see the price hovering around this area, form a little bit of bottom, or just do a V shape, which I don't think so we are going to see. But anyway, we might come down to this area, test this cluster, and wick it out, just so everyone would shit itself. Apologies. So everyone would be scared in this area and would be calling for 4K again or even lower. And that's when I believe that the price is going to turn around and move away from it. So yeah, so that's what I'm expecting, guys. As I said, I won't be able to come back tomorrow. I won't be able to record anything. So yeah, be safe out there. We don't know what's going to happen, but we do have our plans, so that's good. Yeah, as usual, if you like my content, please subscribe, share, like or dislike, as I got it on the last videos. Yeah, that's it. And let me know what you think, okay? Thank you very much, guys. You have a nice weekend. Bye.